Blog Talk Radio.
WIJSF.com. Women in Jazz South Florida, Inc. is a nonprofit educational organization that promotes women musicians globally through events, concerts, performances, clinics, lectures, workshops, articles, interviews, newsletters, courses, contacts, research, history, archives, websites, film, audio and video recordings, and recognition. Visit us at WIJSF.com. You're listening to blogtalkradio.com/musicwoman with your host, Diva JC.
So good afternoon. These are the three ladies of the blues. And we are doing a Blog Talk Radio podcast and a Zoom recording. We have Joan Faulkner at the bottom left. We have Joanne Bell at the bottom right. We have Cynthia Utterbach at the top right. And we're expecting Harriet Lewis to come in. So this recording will be going, but we will be doing a radio show.
Together, united we stand, divided we fall, we're all together. Together, united we stand, divided we fall, we're all together in this world as one. Our world today, with so much hatred, strife, and greed, we must remember there's a golden rule that will guide us through all fears. Together, united we stand, divided we fall, we're all together. God the Father, God the Son, Holy Ghost, they all make one. Together, united in this world as let's come together, bringing peace and love, giving the children joy within. The Savior is the one who gave His love. He's the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. They're one. Together, united we stand, divided we fall, we're all together. God the Father, God the Son, Holy Ghost, they all make one. Together, united in this world as
Good evening. This is Dr. Diva JC here in Boynton Beach, Florida, with four very astute women, beautiful women who have performed worldwide and together in an ensemble, which is absolutely incredible. That three of them, I know, I just met Cynthia, but we've been on each other's path for a very long time. And the mission of Women in Jazz South Florida is to gather the women musicians and get their music heard by multitudes. So we promote women musicians. And this radio show, Music Woman Live on Blog Talk Radio, is this is about my 350th interview, somewhere around there. So I have four beautiful women here with me. I'm going to start with the lady who instigated all of this. I'm going to open up the mic for her. Open your mic. Joan Faulkner. Okay. And Joan and I are namesakes. And we got together and poof, here's the magic. So Joan, I'm going to introduce everyone individually. And then I'm going to come back to you and ask you to talk about the book, Three Ladies of the Blues. So the next lady, I believe, is Joanne Bell. Joanne, unmute. And Joanne and Joan are calling in from Germany. So Joanne,
yes,
how long have you known Joan?
forever. She is the most gorgeous angel I have ever seen.
So, okay, forever. This is an eternal relationship. Gotcha. Now, I'm not sure which one goes next. Is it Cynthia or is it Harriet? It's Cynthia. Okay, so Cynthia, unmute your mic.
Yes.
Okay, here. And how long have you known Joan and Joanne?
Well, I met Joan first, and that was just a chance meeting in Germany. I was passing through, and she was my angel. That was maybe 1992, 91. 91, yeah, I was close. I was close. And then I later met Joanne Bell in Hamburg. She was coming in to replace me in a musical production called Buddy Holly, the Buddy Holly story. And maybe that was 96, maybe, Joanne? 97?
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was later. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
And so Cynthia is calling from Savannah, Georgia. And then from California, where in particular are you calling from, Harriet Lewis? Yes, open your mic.
How you doing, ladies? All y'all look beautiful. I'm calling from Sacramento, California.
Sacramento. Now pull your screen down a little bit.
I can't bring it down.
Oh,
because
okay.
This is a desktop all-in-one, so this is it.
Okay. Well, you need a pillow. But anyway, now how long have you known Joan?
Oh my God. Well, I've known of her before I physically met her. So I would say from the early 90s, I can't say exactly what year, I knew of her, knew of her name and all. So I would say when I first got to Germany, which was in 91. And then I physically met her at one of my performances, I believe. Yeah, no, I'm wrong. At a Ray Charles performance when she was on stage. That's when I met her.
She was on stage with Ray Charles.
Yes, she was. She was the opening act for Ray Charles. And I was in the audience.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I don't know what year that is. Joan could tell you what year that is.
What year was that, Joan? What year?
Well, thank you. That was in 1996. They flew over Ray Charles' whole band. And I was the opening act also with a big band, a German big band.
So,
And
so wait a minute. So Harriet, what did you think when you saw Joan?
Oh my God. I heard so much about her and I was very anxious to meet her. And once I saw her come on that stage and perform and open her mouth, girl, I was in awe. I was a fan. I was
Okay.
out there hollering and everything.
Now, when did you meet Joanne?
I met Joanne through Reverend Lee Brown, where Joanne had written and produced a musical that I played an old church lady in called Oh Happy Day. Joanne can tell you what year that it was because I don't know. I can't remember. But that's when I met Miss Joanne Bell.
Okay. So now that we've and you're calling from Sacramento, there is a guest, Reverend A. Jones Pierre.
yes,
That's your guest.
yes.
Okay. So Joan, tell us
Yes.
about this book that you have written.
Well, ladies, this is the book of the Three Ladies of Blues. And what it is including are the first 8 years of existence of the Three Ladies of Blues. The ladies began, I had an offer from Miss Catherine Meyer from Just Jazz Agency if I could put a group of 3 ladies together to be on this festival in Berghausen, which is about an hour from Munich, Germany. So Cynthia, I called and she said, yes. So she and Joanne already had a show together called Billy and Bessie.
Mm-hmm.
So we suggested that I bring in Ma Rainey because they specifically wanted 3 ladies. So we put the show together and we had 2 trios because Reggie Moore was playing after all the concerts in Berghausen, so he couldn't do the second contract. And Catherine, in the meantime, got a second contract for us to go to Portugal. So, and that was the next day. So we traveled on the 4th and the 5th. We were traveled to Lisbon and then went to Figueira, the casino. So we started with 2 trios, and Cynthia can tell you, she's the one that found the second basses and the drummer for the trio. But this book is about the first 8 years. In that time, we have gone the whole time. We've been to 29 different countries, 33 different cities in Germany, but the group began in Germany, and next year will be 20 years. And I just wanted to say, because of these ladies, Cynthia, I knew we met on the Celia Serenade
Yeah,
in 1991.
that's right, on the ship.
She was the jazz singer on the 13th floor of this cruise, and she introduced me to Joanne on one of my special birthdays at Dennis Swing Club in 1999.
Dennis
We had gone to
Swing
see.
Club.
Yeah.
Stop. You know, this circle is so tiny. It's a tiny little circle.
Yeah.
So I'm in Hamburg at Dennis Swing Club with Dennis.
Oh, no.
Dennis is not well. Okay. Dennis is on his last leg. And I'm only there sitting in. Really. Honestly, I think I was there 3 days. He took me to Kiel to do, and when we got back to the Dennis Swing Club, he says, you know, Joan, you should take this club over. I'm like, it is too cold in Hamburg for me.
You know?
Okay, I'm from New York. I left New York in 1970. 70. Cold. But Dennis was I mean, I would love to know his story.
Yeah.
And who
Yeah.
has the story?
Yeah.
No,
No
but,
one.
okay, so I just had to interject. My
Wow.
goodness.
That is a circle. That is
Yeah.
a circle.
That is a circle.
I
So
worked there
that's-
for about 4 years.
Did
The
Yeah.
you?
guys, yeah, the guys, 2 guys took over the club after Dennis passed. And it was like a little hole in the wall, but magical. It was just magical. And
Yes, I had a ball there.
yes,
I'm telling
yeah,
you, with him. There
yeah.
was a piano player here named Ernie Goldsmith. He knew
Oh.
every song in every key. Dennis knew every song.
Song, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I mean, great people. I saw Herbie Hancock walk through there one night. You know, Hicks, what was his name? Hicks, piano player.
John Hicks.
John Hicks came through. I mean, they would be in town, but they'd end up at Dennis's Swing Club, you know.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that was my second home. I cooked a lot of chicken wings in there.
So listen, I'm going to play the song, The Ladies of the Blues, just for a
Yeah.
break, because this is a radio show and we're supposed to be playing music.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in 5 minutes. If you want to take a break, you can do that, or you can chat in the chat room. Look to see at the bottom, you'll see chat, and you can chat with each other while I'm playing the 3 Ladies of the Blues, and it will all be part of the recording, the video. You see?
Okay.
All righty.
Now mute your mics while I play the music. Okay, so here we go.
This is dedicated to the ladies of the blues. In the early 1900s, black women spread the news. I come into big halls to see their favorite stars, dressed in sequin gowns with big hats and feather boards. This is dedicated to my one ladies of blues. Telling their old stories in songs that they could share. Girls, he let them didn't pay my rent for more than 1 year. He's got another woman with 3 kids across town. He left me without 1 red cent, and then the sucker left town. This is dedicated to my one ladies of blues. Don't you know that our blues stories ain't no different today? We still have to fight to find our way. A good man still hard to find, but we're gonna make it with our determined mind. Hey, know that our blue stories ain't no different today. Girls, we gotta find our way. A real good man still hard to find, but we're gonna make it with a determined mind. Hey, hey, yo, ooh, ooh, hey, this is dedicated with the ladies of today. We're telling our own stories in our own way. But we won't forget those and don't know gone on before. Maureen, Betsy, Billy, Dinah, Ida, and more. It's dedicated to most wanted ladies of blues. Ladies of the blues. Most wanted ladies of most wanted ladies of. Here we go now. Ladies of blues. Ladies of the blues. Shop. One more time. Stop. One more time. Shop. Thank ya.
The ladies of the blues. And that's why I was holding up my book, Blues Women, the First Civil Rights Workers. Because these women were the first women to stand up and say, I'm a whole person and you're gonna love me. So ladies, unmute yourself and let's get back to talking.
Okay.
Okay, so tell us how the show goes. Tell us a little, give us a little. I tell you what, I got a better question. What is your favorite segment of the show? Each one. Now I'm going to start with Joanne. What's your favorite segment? Unmute. You have to unmute. She's not unmuted. Unmute. We can't hear you. I knew I shouldn't have started with her. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I just love the song Highway to Heaven.
Okay.
I had a wonderful experience with this song with Cynthia Utterbach, Harriet Lewis, and the wonderful Joan Faulkner.
Mm-hmm.
It was so wonderful, I was speechless afterwards.
Oh, that's probably an accomplishment, right? Well, we're vocalists.
And
Come on, people.
I don't really. I just love the show. It's a fun moment. From the moment, even before we get on stage, we are hooting backstage. We come on stage hooting, and we just have a hooting time.
Yeah, a hooting good time.
A hooting good time.
Now, Harriet, what's your favorite moment?
My favorite moment, because we have a little routine with it, called the Sugarfoot Stomp. I like that.
That's what's wrong with my foot right now, the sugar.
I like that Sugarfoot Stomp, honey.
So how does it go? Give me a moment. Give me a note.
Oh my God. Oh shoot, now I can't even remember it.
That's funny.
Oh, come on, y'all. down by the river. I'm an alto, so mine is down. But anyway, it talks about the river and having a good time. And there was a dance with the Sugarfoot Stomp. So we made a little routine of that we can kick our foot and turn around at the same time and make it look like we're really doing something when we really ain't. But but it was a hard song to learn. And once I learned it, and then the rest of us learned it, then when we do it on the show, it actually gets applause when we do our little kick, my little 1 foot kick. You know,
Okay.
Sugarfoot Stomp. But I love that song.
Cynthia, what's your favorite moment?
There's a song that was a blessing, gift to me from a guy named Woody Woods in LA. And the song was called Everything Must Change. And we did it as a combination song. We mixed other songs together. So you actually sang like 3 different songs at the same time. Yeah. And it was, you know, after we would come out with all the feathers and glitter and stomp it and everything, it was just a wonderful moment to bring everything into perspective and everything in focus with doing this song and how it affected the room, the whole room, everything, everyone would just be on one breath together. And it was a wonderful moment, and it was highly appreciated by audiences. And of course, you know, we usually were holding hands and had tears in our eyes. So for me, it was just a real special moment of bringing that into the show, the emotion of that moment, you know, of Everything Must Change, and the other songs that went with it.
Well, I'm a medley singer. If I have a fault, if you ask musicians, what's wrong with Joan, beside the fact that I cuss a lot, a lot, but I throw medleys at musicians and their heads are spinning.
I love it.
If it's in the same key, I'll sing 5 or 6 songs.
Oh yeah, hey,
You know?
hey.
So what were the other 2 songs?
A whole set.
What were the other 2?
I think it was My Funny Valentine. Help me, Joan.
Everything Must Change.
Everything Must Change. Feelings, yes.
Oh,
But we sang
Everything Must Change. Feelings, my funny
Valentine. Beautiful.
Oh, lovely.
I think Gerald taught me medley, Harriet. But Joan.
Hello.
Now I know the whole show is your thing. This is what I want to know, because I always say that putting a show together, and the musicians, see, I mostly worked with men until the last 15 years. What moment did you feel like you were hurting cats? Like you were trying to pull them in? Did they ever? It wasn't never like that.
No, it wasn't. Because
let me tell you why. Because these are mature women. They're not.
Oh yeah. No.
They're not trying to impress somebody. They have reached a stage in life where if I'm not having fun, it ain't worth doing it.
Well, Joan, we have had lots of fun. We became a family.
Yes.
When we come together, we share presents. Cynthia brought hats, fans. Each of us has contributed to costumes. Joanne made hats. I mean, everybody just, pulled together. And this is what is phenomenal. We each have our own shows. We each do our own things. But when we would come together, we come as a unit to represent these divas of blues. Because I'm gonna tell you, we are still representing a lot of shows. We are singing classic blues, the classic blues of the divas. And this book, Three Ladies of Blues.
Okay, pull it back. Pull back. There you go.
There we go.
I see it.
Yeah, it took me a while to get it done, and we've worked with some phenomenal, legendary musicians that really taught us. I mean, we have had some of the best musicians. As far as we opened with Reggie Moore, who was from New York City, came over with Bubbling Brown Sugar. I mean, we've worked with icons of jazz that can play everything. I'm gonna tell you, in 2009, to have Red Holloway, just stand up and play. He didn't need any music. And a lot of the musicians were so. And Gustav Cheek also is our musical director today. And we've worked with Reggie Johnson, who we just lost, Wayne Dockery. I mean, these guys, Wayne Dockery was the basis for Archie Shepp. And this show, we've opened for several icons. We've been with Dee Dee Bridgewater. We've been with George Benson. So many different shows where we traveled. You know, Pori on stage was Roberta Flack. Sting was the headliner. So what we've gotten to do, everybody that we've met were down to earth. Everybody was always down to earth. And Freddie Cole, bless his heart, he loved the Three Ladies of Blues. We were with him in Tbilisi, Georgia. We were with him in Ascona, Switzerland. So we've been blessed as a group of women today to represent these iconic ladies is a blessing from God. And to travel and see so many beautiful places and to tell their story. And Joanne and Cynthia taught me both. But when Miss Linda Hopkins came, we saw blues in action.
Yes, we did.
I was with her at Marion's in Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah.
Yeah.
What a night that was.
Yeah, Linda. I can imagine. Linda.
Loved her to death.
Really, we all loved her. And we learned.
Talk about her because she's from the generation almost between Bessie and us. She's in a generation almost of her own. Almost. You know, there are some blues singers out there. Like Millie Jackson is a great blues singer. I mean, she's bad with the mouth, but she's a great blues singer. Coco Taylor. We can name them. There's a girl down here named Kat Riggins. She's off the chain. We just lost Alice Day. And Juanita Dixon, who was Blues Mama here. I knew Evelyn Blakey. I learned Wild Women Don't Get the Blues from her. Then there's Francine Reed in Atlanta. Oh, Francine, tough. You know, I'm a handful. There are some great, but I'm gonna tell you something. And I know you know this. Because you were in Europe, you had the opportunity to really exploit your showmanship. So many blues singers here singing these little dinky joints. I'm talking about Rita Graham, who sang with Ray Charles.
Yeah, I know Rita.
Lives in Atlanta and works in these little dives. You had the opportunities to be on grand stages in great halls. Here, the sisters don't get to do that.
Germany was a treasure for us. It was a treasure. The audiences appreciated our shows so much. And amazingly, European audiences know a lot about our history.
That's right.
So
Much
we had
more.
to get it right.
Much more.
Much.
We had to get it right. We had to do some studying and get it
Yeah.
right. And their appreciation for it was just overwhelming. The things that they would bring us backstage,
The flowers.
mementos. Oh God,
Oh.
it was just
The flowers.
it was just wonderful. It was I was a bit overwhelmed at first. I thought, what's going on here? You know, but then you just sort of go with the flow.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
it was just such a blessing to be a part of that given that opportunity. Like you say, Joan, staying here in the States, it's so minimalized, you know,
Yeah.
we just don't get that. And it's such a shame because what we're trying to do is get the history out there. We don't want our history to be lost.
But this is
Keep it
why I'm
alive.
putting these up, because these are my books.
Mhm.
And I've been trying to get these books in the school since 2009.
Mhm.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Cannot do it. They will not put my books in the school. Okay. So I started this magazine, Music Woman magazine.
Yes.
This is the second one. This is the first one with Gayla McKinney from
Yes, I saw that online.
And this is Music Man magazine.
All right now.
I am driven to get this printed material to keep it in the public's eye. You know, so your book is a jewel.
Yeah.
Each of you needs to write a book.
That's
But
true.
I want to change the subject for a moment and make sure that you put the link. Do you have your website up with the book yet?
Not yet. It's almost ready.
All right, when it's ready, we're going to pump it hard.
Thank you.
Because Joan Faulkner is my newest member. No, because Sasha Dalton came in after you. Sasha Dalton, I've been trying to get her since 2007, and
Whoa.
I finally got her. But Joan is one of our newest members of Women in Jazz South Florida, and I promote. I mean, that's what I do. That's why you're here right now. So what I want to do is switch the subject to this.
Okay.
All of you teach. Is that
Mhm.
right? You teach?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Joanne, please tell us, what do you teach? Who do you teach? Tell us.
To me,
Yeah.
my students come from all countries all over the world. They have for many years. I taught at a Conservatory of Music in Vienna, also at a musical school there for 6 years. I taught at a university. I was professor of voice in North Carolina, Appalachian State University.
Really?
And I always pass on what has been given to me as I learn more about what it is that we have contributed to the world of music. I pass it on. I pass it on the technique on how to be able to bring all these different sounds and different different types of music into fruition. And it's just a joy to be able to do that. I also have my own singing academy here in Hamburg.
And what does that entail?
It's funny because I now live in a Stiftung, which is like a old folks home, you could say. And but it's people from all over the world, and I decided I wanted to give the Stiftung something from me. And I said, I want to teach the people here that live here a new song every week. And when we have enough songs, we will do a little presentation. Well, I really thought I was just going to, then the lockdown happened. And I thought that, you know, we were able to go in the inner courtyard and make music. And I thought I was going to go downstairs and yodel a bit with the people. But they are so happy. They are just, we are doing all kinds of music. And it's just a joy to work with them.
That's beautiful.
That's lovely.
Really?
That's
I
really
wish I could get Jeannie Cheatham in with you because she just turned 93 and she lives in a assisted living. She, you know, she's still getting around and everything. And you talk about feisty. My goodness, she's 93. I want to be her when I grow up. I don't want to be like her. I want to be her. So, Joan, you have students, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Also in the 90s, I taught about 5 years in Mannheim at the music high school. They call it the Music Hochschule. And I had a Korean student, a student from Austria. So they wanted to learn jazz. It was a classical part and they wanted to learn jazz. And one of my students won a stipendium to Berkeley. And so they had to learn the jazz. We did a show where they had to know how to dress, present, and each student had their own quartet from the school. So teaching the young musicians, they had to know the songs as well as the singers, which I think is very important when musicians know the songs, not just the music.
But the
this was
composer
very
who performed it.
this was a very apparent point with Bobby Durham because he knew the songs. He knew this was, you know, we have been blessed. And like you said, in Europe, they appreciate our culture of music. It's accepted. It always has been. Ma Rainey was in London. And they all, Leontine Price, Marian Anderson, they all came to Europe. Unfortunately, America hasn't gotten it yet. And even though, you know, when you study Ma Rainey, I mean, all of the rock singers, they copied a lot of her songs. And this woman was really, I'm so glad I got a chance to go to her home. It's in Columbus, Georgia. You all have to go there. Cynthia, you got to go there.
Yeah.
It's take a little trip and go to Columbus, Georgia. This woman had her own house. It's a museum, but you can see so much and learn so much from her. I mean, and Chattanooga, I've been to the Bessie Smith Hall many times. Bessie Smith learned, you know, from Ma. She worked with her for 3 years. That's right. So I learned from Cynthia. Cynthia, remember you did a show in the 90s and had me reading some lines about Ma Rainey.
That's right. Yeah. Going back to the days.
That was back to the days. But we are still here, Joan, and I'm proud of Dr. Cartwright for what she's doing to preserve and help female musicians and singers, because it's important. And if we don't do it, who's going to do it for us? Yeah. So my hat's off to you, Joan. Dr. Joan Cartwright.
Yes. Thank you. We have somebody in the queue. I'm going to bring them in. Hi, 954. Would you like to say something? Thank you. We have somebody in the queue. I'm going to bring them in. Hi, 954. Would you like to say something?
Yes. Hello, everyone. How are you? This is Gwendolyn Tucker, and I am the new administrator for Women in Jazz, and I just love it. I'm working very, very hard to bring the organization into the 20th century or the 21st century now, and to increase our memberships and just to have women that are in music just have a wonderful time in this organization. And I have seen a lot of the musicians, the composers, have been all over the website, and I am loving this organization.
Thank you. Right, and Gwen, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you. She's really helped me a lot in the last month. So everybody put your website in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a website, type it in the chat. Now, so that I don't get away without doing this, I'm going to play Move On Down the Line, but I'm going to play that at the end. So does anybody want to strike up a conversation, and we'll just hope that people can hear you on the radio, even though they're saying that they can't. Reconnect.
Go ahead, Harriet.
No.
Well, first of all, since I haven't seen Miss Cynthia in so many years.
I know.
I know. We did a gospel concert together in some of the coldest places in Europe.
Girl, remember the
I mean, in the coldest places ever on earth.
Ever.
Yeah, and that's the first time I performed gospel and had liquor prior to going out to sing the gospel.
All right.
We had the sliver of it.
Yes, we were freezing.
But I want to say to Miss Cynthia, thank you so much for suggesting me to Miss Faulkner to place you when you were leaving Europe. That was a big honor for me. And I just want to thank you because I never got a chance to do that. So
well, you were the only one. You were the only one I would have referred.
Oh,
you know, honestly.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Don't make me cry.
All right. No, not with them lashes and all, girl. No way. No.
And I
didn't put no lashes on today.
I want to say that I knew Lee Brown too, Cynthia. But I met him with Harriet and Nate Perkins.
Yes.
And
Pop. And Pop Wilson.
Oh,
yes.
love us some Pop.
Yeah.
Well,
and if I could take a moment, I just want to say to Miss Joanne Bell, since she's on here, that I learned so much from her in regards to moving, how to stand. Sometimes the looks that she gives, I can look at her and say, okay, I'm not doing something right. We're messing up somewhere. So I learned my lessons from Mama Joanne Bell, honey. So I want to thank her for that, and basically thank Miss Ann for just being Miss Ann and being there for us when we really need some legal advice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
So
then Joan, I just love you. So I just love you.
And we had the same piano teacher, so we're like in the same graduation class, you know?
Yeah.
But has anybody else besides Cynthia worked in Asia?
Asia? You mean like Korea?
Yeah, that's Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I worked in Korea, I worked in Malaysia, and I worked in Taiwan. But I was in the military then. I was a soldier. And I was traveling with the Jazz Knights at that time. I was stationed at West Point.
Okay. What about you, Joan? Did you ever go to Asia?
Not yet. We were supposed to be there in June in Singapore and China, the Three Ladies of Blues, but because of COVID, couldn't do it. But we've been to Russia, the Netherlands, Tunisia, Greece, Dubai,
Right.
and Finland. We've been to Tbilisi. Oh, we've been, and with Herbie and with Freddie Cole, we've traveled. I'm just grateful.
You have to get the website up. Three Ladies of the Blues. You got to get it up and let me know so we can put this video there, and you have video of your shows, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So you got to get that website up.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you need help with that? Because you know that's what I do.
Well, come on now, Dr. Joe.
But I charge for that.
I know.
I just had to say that.
Well.
Darling, like you said, we can't go to the grocery store and come out without paying.
No.
Yeah.
This is correct. Free, this right here, this is free. So Cynthia, I want to tell you that we have a mutual friend, Sandra Kay. And Sandra Kay took me to Shanghai and put me at CJW. And
that's the spot.
And I lived and I survived China 3 times. So
okay. Yeah.
That's it.
You make it. I just want to make a little plug, if I can, for next weekend. Okay, next weekend I'm at the Savannah Jazz Festival here. And actually, when you held up a book, there was a young saxophone player, female, on that book cover, your book cover.
Oh, Jasmine Jen.
She's on the festival with me.
Jasmine Jen.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah. Same picture. She's on the festival with me next Friday. Okay. So it's going to be virtual, and people can, log into Savannah Jazz Festival and check out the show. I'm there Friday night with the Teddy Adams Big Band from 9 to 10:30. Got my little plug in. They'll be happy I did that.
Yeah. That's great.
So now, ladies, we might have to do this again, but I'm going to play Move On Down the Line. And we can do this next month if you want to. I am here at your service, but I do ask that Cynthia and Joanne and Harriet consider becoming members of Women in Jazz South Florida. It's $60 a year, which is about $1 a week. And I promote. Okay, so we gotta go. But thank you, ladies. You will have this. Why does it say I have 36 minutes left? That's a lie. It's 7 minutes.
Thank you, Ms. Ann.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Joan, Cynthia, Harriet, Joanne. Love you all.
Bye-bye. But wait a minute, before we go, let's take a full screen shot. So I need everybody to give me their best look and sexy look. Sit back, give me that.
Oh, Lord. I didn't wear my sexy today. Okay, you should have told me that.
Sit back and give me that bright smile.
Okay, there you go.
Let me get up on the pillow.
Yeah, get up.
Yeah, right, because we can't see your sexy down there, girl.
Ready, set.
Get up. I'm sexy all the time.
Ready, set, go. Hold it. Don't move. You can move now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so don't hang up. I'm going to play Move On Down the Line. And thank you, ladies. This was a great show.
Thank you, Joan.
Thank you,
Dr. Joan.
Okay.
Everyone stay safe, please.
Yes, Lord. That's the best. We still here. Good to see everybody.
Yeah.
This is
really
wonderful. Really.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Well, you did that, Miss Faulkner. The voice. The voice.
The voice.
Honey, we have put some voices together, Lord, today. Thank you. God is good.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time, and all the
You
time,
all,
he's good.
let's just speak divine order,
Yeah.
and
Hallelujah.
we speak what we want to happen. Our words, the words of
Can you
our
hear
mouth.
that? Can you hear the music?
No,
No,
So you really couldn't hear.
no.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put the music in, you know.
Gotcha. Well, Harriet, for sure, we got to find some Slivovitz, girl.
Live of this, baby. I tell you.
Winter time is
Crazy,
coming.
wasn't it? Girl, that was the coldest place on earth. I never forgot that.
you all,
The church man gave us our first little glass, and here we were drinking it under the picture of the Pope in the
Yeah,
back of the church.
yeah,
We had all our clothes on, coats, sneakers, everything, with the robe
everything.
over that.
Over top. Yeah. We was all hunched up like this.
Oh, we were freezing.
I've never been that cold. That was
No.
crazy.
No.
no,
And when Miss Catherine came and said, "Oh, we have another tour. Would you like to go back to Croatia and Lithuania?" I said,
No.
I got busy real fast. I was like, I'm in Asia.
Nope.
No.
Uh-uh.
you all. When I heard you all's commercials, she asked. I said, no. Joanne had gone. Lee Brown, no.
Mhm.
You didn't want to do that.
No.
Nope.
No.
Them people were sitting up there in them churches like they had a football game with blankets and
Oh, yeah.
all wrapped up, and we out there trying to sing. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. That first night, we had our little high heels on and stuff. We learned our lesson.
It was awful.
We
It
made
was
the driver.
terrible.
We made the
Joanne, I
driver
remember.
pull over every time and go stop at the store to pick up our Slivovitz.
It's Slivovitz, I'm telling you. That was the only thing that kind of warmed us up a little
Yes.
bit, you know?
But one time we got fooled because we usually could go through the back door. And remember this one time there were tons of people. And they said, well, you have to go through the front door. And we were all smelling like
And we were smelling like
God.
liquor.
Yeah. And they were like, praise the Lord. And we were like, oh my God, oh, praise the Lord. Oh, it was terrible.
It was terrible.
But we were warm. Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
But
There
we
you
all smelled like Slivovitz. Oh my God, that was,
go. We did.
that was,
Wow.
I said, all these people are gonna say, God, they are alcoholics. You know?
Singing all the gospel. Oh, that was funny.
Joanne, I love your earrings, girl.
Child,
Thank
Joanne
you.
be wearing them earrings, don't she?
Oh, yeah.
You know you be
I don't
working the
remember those.
earring.
I'll be happy when I get my other gold ones back.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I have to see if they're in Hungary, because they sure ain't here.
Did I hear the word if?
She said, if I hit the word if.
I say they ain't here, so I have to see if they're in Budapest.
They have to be.
Yeah,
Mm,
but you
yeah.
know, I have to look. Gustav calls me when he's in Hungary. Joan, where is so and so, so and so? I'm like, you are in Hungary, but I know where everything is.
Yeah.
It's like you know those dates. That's amazing that you remember
What?
all those dates to everything.
She remembers
It's
everything.
amazing.
She do. I don't
It's
even remember.
amazing.
I'm like, did we do that then? Really?
Well, I don't know
Okay.
what drug you're on, but I want it. It's amazing.
I said, I
No.
need some of that. Prevagen or
Yeah.
It's slipping a little bit, but Cynthia, I remember because you had to take that girl's place and you came in.
All the shit. Yeah.
Ooh, girl.
Yeah.
And I said, where is she coming from with a poncho? You talking about that was cold. in
Poncho.
Finland.
I remember that poncho. When I first met you, you was wearing a poncho and a tam with Lee Brown.
Okay. Yeah, I was a poncho girl.
Girl, let me tell you, it was too cold for punch and O. Say,
And when I met Joanne Bell, all I can remember was her lashes, honey. She worked them lashes. Joanne
Joanne
used to wear
sure
them
did.
lashes baby. I said, "Ooh, I wish I could wear lashes like that."
But Cynthia, thank you.
Bye.
We still using the table, Cynthia. We sits down, but now we getting bar stools and high tables.
Okay, fancy. Got fancy now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
because we
good.
couldn't get up no more.
You know, look, we struggling trying to get.
Oh, you couldn't get up out the chair?
We couldn't get up. Well, once we sat down, Cynthia, we couldn't get up no more.
I
Oh,
said, wait a
shame.
minute,
What a
we gotta have
shame.
high table and bar stools. We
Okay,
can slide
okay.
off.
Yeah, there you go.
Easier.
Hello, do you know that you can do this? You can just go to zoom.com, get an account, and set up your own conversations. You
Really?
can do it for 40
yeah.
minutes, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But I pay for it through Women in Jazz South Florida, so I can do it as long as I want.
Yeah.
But you
Oh,
can do
okay.
40 minutes. That's plenty to have these
Yeah.
conversations.
I'm gonna check that
It's-
out.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
do it here. I'm a member of the city council, so I usually do it with the city council, and you get 40 minutes and boom, in and out. But you know, you can spar it just like this. It's really
Mhm.
good. Mhm.
Just
Love it.
somebody get an
I like-
account. That's all.
Miss Cynthia, I like your blonde hair.
Everybody
Yeah,
said
ain't it
today
cute?
it's kinda
Yes, girl, you working the hair, you working it. I like it.
All right, all right. They say we have more fun.
Listen,
But
I love
I
you
had
all,
too
but
much
I
fun.
gotta
Okay.
go. I gotta go. Okay,
Adios.
Yeah.
so I will
Alrighty.
send you the video once I figured
Okay.
out all the music. And
No problem. No
All right.
problem,
Okay.
Joan. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you again.
Thank
Okay,
you.
everyone.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
See y'all
Love
later.
you.
Love you. Bye, Miss
Harriet,
Ann.
take care.
Bye.
over there.
Bye.
All of
Bye.
it.
Nice
Thank
seeing you
Joan.
all.
Juan and
All right.
Joan too.
Bye, Reverend Pierre.
Bye.
All right.
Nice seeing you. I bought your book.
Oh, which one?
The first one you showed, the blues women, the
Yes.
history book.
Yes.
I bought that. So I will send you some money for your membership.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
No, don't send me money. Go to this website. Just look up Women in Jazz South Florida. and
Okay, that's
going
what I
On
mean.
the site, on the
Yeah.
site.
Right, I
Oh.
will.
Send me money, I'm going shopping.
No, I'm not gonna put it in your hand. Nice seeing you.
Thank you, Joan.
All right.
Take care. Take
Love
care of that
you.
foot.
Adios, y'all.
Thank
Love
you.
you,
Bye.
sisters.
Bye.
Bye. Well, yeah, I'm gonna tell you a story. It's about love. A few days ago, you came into my world, but you didn't tell me you had another girl. You said, meet me at eight. Say, baby, it's too late. Have some other time. Move on down the line. Oh, baby, move on down the line. He didn't give up. Called me on the phone. I did not respond. Had to be alone. He said, give me one more try. Give me the reason why. Perhaps some other time. Move on down the line. Woo! Move on down the line. Yeah. Then I saw him at the store. I headed fast for the door. Then he said, Joan, meet my friend. Here's my dog, Candy. Now the situation's changed. I know the truth. I miss my girlfriend. I'm in love with you too. Yes, I met him at a my soulmate. Together we're doing fine. We move down the line. Hey, got to move on down the line, baby. Woo.
WIJSF.com. Women in Jazz South Florida, Inc. is a nonprofit educational organization that promotes women musicians globally through events, concerts, performances, clinics, lectures, workshops, articles, interviews, newsletters, courses, contacts, research, history, archives, websites, film, audio and video recordings, and recognition. Visit us at WIJSF.com. You're listening to blogtalkradio.com/musicwoman with your host, Diva JC.